So we are going to talk about Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. It's a scheme launched by Ministry of HRD, that is Human Resource Development. What is it? It's a centrally sponsored scheme. Keep a note that it's a centrally sponsored scheme and also differentiate it between a central sector scheme. A central sector scheme is a scheme in which funding as well as implementation, everything is 100% central, that is by the central government, whereas centrally sponsored scheme, maybe there will be a funding pattern which is shared with the state and implementation would be by the state governments, like that. So this is Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is a centrally sponsored scheme. It is a designated scheme for the implementation of Rights of the Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act 2019, that is RTE Act 2019. For the implementation of the Rights of the Children to Free and Compulsory Education RTE Act 2019, this scheme has been implemented. The aim of this scheme is universalizing elementary education. Keep a note, the aim is universalizing elementary education. It's for elementary education. What are the aims or goals of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan? Ensuring universal access and retention in elementary education. That is the first goal. That is, all the children should get free and equitable education, and also they should be retained in the schools. That is universal access and retention. Second is bridging of the gender and social category gaps in attaining education. Third is enhancing the learning levels of children. So these are the three broad goals or aims of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. So again, once more, it's universal access and retention, bridging the social and gender category gaps, and enhancing the learning levels of children. Now, who are the target beneficiaries of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan? Children between the age of 6 to 14 years are coming under the target beneficiary of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. This is also a thing to be noted, that is the age group, that is the target beneficiary. These are the children from 6 to 14 years of age. 6 to 14 years of age. Next, what are the measures to increase the enrollment under this scheme? That is Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. The various measures that have been undertaken are strengthening the school infrastructure like toilets, etc. Improving the pupil-teacher ratio. That is, more number of teachers per particular number of students. That is pupil-teacher ratio. So that is to be improved. So improving the pupil-teacher ratio. Third is incentives like textbooks, uniforms, etc. should be given free of cost for eligible category of students. So that is textbooks, uniforms. These are all the incentives. Then fourth is midday meal schemes or midday meals in schools. So these are the measures to increase the enrollment of students. So proper infrastructure facilities like toilets, etc. Then for incentives, midday meal programs, and improving the pupil-teacher ratio. These are the different measures to increase the enrollment. Now, what are the different measures to improve retention? What are the different measures to improve retention of children? One is the different measures that have been taken under the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. First is Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalayas. Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalayas. This itself may be another question. What are Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalayas, under which scheme are they being implemented, or all those things. So what are they? Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalayas are residential schools for girls at upper primary levels. Keep a note that it is for girls and for girls of belonging to upper primary levels. Second, these are residential schools or hostels, and this is the first measure. The Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalaya, like residential schools for upper primary girls, was one step. Second step to improve retention is residential schools or hostels and transport or escort facilities for children who are coming from sparsely populated or uninhabited areas. Then children in need of care and protection. Then areas where schools cannot be opened due to unavailability of land. Then also in left-wing extremism affected areas or in scattered settlements, then border areas where schools cannot be opened. So for such students, if you're getting residential schools or escort facilities or transport facilities, it would help retaining them in the schools for much longer durations. Next is unavailability of land. Next important step for retention is back to school camps for school dropouts and long absentees. So they'll be existing now. At present there may be many children who are long absentees from school, or they may be school dropouts, and some campaigns like back to school campaigns can be launched for them to come back to schools, right? So these are the different measures for retaining children in the schools. Next we'll see certain initiatives under the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. What are the different initiatives under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan? First is Padhe Bharat, Bade Bharat. That is, it's a nationwide sub-program to the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan launched in 2014 in a twin-track approach. So, Padhe Bharat, Bade Bharat is a nationwide sub-program to the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan launched in 2014 in a twin-track approach. What is this twin-track approach? The twin-track approach is, one is language development by creating an enduring interest in reading and writing with comprehension. One is language development by creating an enduring interest in reading and writing with comprehension. Second is create a natural and positive interest in mathematics related to physical and social world. So these are the two twin track approaches under Padhe Bharat, Bade Bharat. This was launched in 2014. It's a sub-program under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. One is language development with good reading and writing skills with comprehension. And second is providing a positive and natural interest in mathematics related to physics and physical and social world. Now the target beneficiary for Padhe Bharat, Bade Bharat are the students of class 1 and 2. They should be able to read and write with comprehension as well as be good at basic numeracy skills. Keep a note that Padhe Bharat, Bade Bharat is for class 1 and 2 students. Second initiative under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, or a sub-program under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, is Shagun Portal. Shagun Portal, it's a portal under the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan that aims to capture and showcase innovations and progress in elementary education sector of India by continuous monitoring of the flagship scheme Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. See, what is elementary education? It's from class 1 to 8. That is 6 to 14 years is class 1 to 8. That's elementary education. So Shagun Portal is a portal for monitoring the activities under the scheme. It aims to capture the innovations, showcase the innovations and the progress in this elementary education sector of India. This Shagun Portal, it's an online portal that was launched by or developed by World Bank in collaboration with the Ministry of HRD. So this is also an important point to keep note of, that it was developed by the World Bank in collaboration with the Union Ministry of HRD. Now again, this is also having a twin track approach. One is that there's a repository which focuses on positive stories and developments in the field of school education. A repository has been prepared which focuses on positive stories and developments in the field of school education. Best practices will be documented in the form of videos, testimonials, case studies, images, etc. So the first approach is to maintain a repository for showcasing all the important and positive developments in the school education sector, like in the form of videos, testimonials, case studies, images, etc. Second approach is online monitoring module to measure the state level performance and progress against key educational indicators, to track the efficiency with which the SSA funds are being utilized and the results are being delivered. So first is it's a showcasing portal, and second it's a monitoring portal. Well, how the funds are being utilized, whether it is being beneficial to students, what's the efficiency is being tracked under this portal. So this is the Shagun portal. Remember, it has been developed in collaboration with World Bank and MHRD, right? Next is third is Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalaya, which we already seen. It's a sub program under SSA. It's actually it was launched much before in 2004 for setting up residential schools at upper primary level for girls belonging to predominantly SC, ST and OBC and minority communities, like 75% reservation. Keep a note that it is not exclusively for these children. It's for all the girls, but for 75% reservation is for girls belonging to SC, ST, OBC minority communities. And priority for the remaining 25% of girls from the BPL communities. 75% is for them and 25% is for girls coming from below poverty line communities. The scheme, that is the Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalaya scheme, is being implemented in educationally backward blocks of the country. Now, what do you mean by educationally backward blocks? They are the blocks where the level of rural female literacy is less than the national average and the gender gap in literacy rate is above the national average. So, the female literacy rate is less than the national average and the gender gap, that is the gap between the male and female literacy rate, is above the national average. Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalaya scheme was merged with the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan in the 11th plan with effect from 2008. So this is the Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalaya scheme. The fourth initiative under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is Vidyanjali Yojana. It's a school volunteer program launched by the government in 2016. So Vidyanjali Yojana is actually a volunteer program. It was launched by the government in 2016. It's an initiative to enhance community and private sector involvement in government schools to strengthen the implementation of a co-scholastic activities through service of the volunteers. So, apart from the education, other scholastic activities, co-curricular activities that has to be enhanced, and for that in private schools, the community and private sector involvement would give a boost to such activities. So, this scheme will offer services to government schools through an online portal developed by mygov.in. This is a portal, that is mygov.in. This is a portal through which the services will be offered to the government schools. Now, the Vidyanjali program is voluntary in nature, and states or union territories that are willing may join this program. Who can be the volunteers to provide services? They can be the Indian diaspora, retired teachers, retired government officials including defense personnel, retired professionals, as well as women who are homemakers with a graduation degree. These all people can become volunteers. The fifth initiative under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is Rashtriya Avishkar Abhiyan. Rashtriya Avishkar Abhiyan is a sub-program under both Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan as well as Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan, which we will see later. But it's a sub-program under both these schemes, and so the target beneficiary is in the age group of 6 to 18 years. So remember, we said that the target beneficiary for Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is children from class 1 to 8, that is 6 to 14 years, whereas Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan beneficiaries are 14, that is after 14 to 18 years. So both of them are bridged, combined together, we get a 6 to 18 year target beneficiary group. What is this Rashtriya Avishkar Abhiyan? It's a convergent framework that aims at nurturing a spirit of inquiry and creativity, love for science and mathematics, and effective use of technology amongst children, and encourage them and those who show an inclination and talent for these subjects. Okay, they should be encouraged and they should be supported to heights of academic excellence and research. So that is why this scheme has been launched. what is the approach? Again, this is having a dual track approach, that is to make science and technology, mathematics exciting to children by both inside as well as outside classroom activities. Okay, so we have to make mathematics and science subjects interesting to children. Only then they'll develop a interest for these subjects, and will further we can further they'll show an inclination to these subjects, and only then we can encourage them for further innovation and academic excellence. And also, what are the initiatives under Rashtriya Avishkar Abhiyan? One is school monitoring, school mentoring for science and technology by higher educational institutions like IITs, IISERs, Central or State Universities, etc. School mentoring programs for students for science and technology teaching by these higher educational institutions. That's an inside classroom activity, right? Next is teacher circles and clubs like on science, mathematics, technology. Okay, then science and maths clubs for children. One will be a teacher club, also there will be a students club. Then participation of students in competitions or Olympiads, etc. Then visiting museums. It's an outside classroom activity. So both inside classroom as well as outside classroom activities are important. This is the dual track approach of the Rashtriya Avishkar Abhiyan. Alright. So this is in total about the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Also keep in mind the 5 initiatives under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, which are: one is Shagun portal, which is an online portal which we discussed. Then we have Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalaya scheme. Then we have Bade Bharat for class 1 and 2 students. Then we have Vidyanjali Yojana. Then we have Rashtriya Avishkar Abhiyan. Alright, so these are the broad initiatives under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, and we have discussed the ministry under which this scheme has been launched, the aims or goals, and what are the steps that have been taken, who are the target beneficiaries, and the different sub schemes, right?